So the F-22 has confirmed kills against balloons. How did the Su-57 Felon match up against that? Well, it's got a kill against a drone, its own drone, an S-70 Hunter that may or may not have gone astray, was shot down on October 5th and recovered partially by Ukrainian forces. The Su-57 tried to shoot an air-to-surface missile and destroy the wreckage, but not before the Ukrainians were able to get some of that tech. We're going to take a look at the video that shows the first confirmed kill. I know people will say, well, Su-57 shot down Ukrainian fighters before in the war. None of that has been confirmed. This is the first time that there's been any confirmed Su-57 kill, much like the only confirmed Raptor kills are balloons or aliens. We don't know. We haven't figured that out yet.
3, 2, 1, fight toss.
All right, so this first video, Babak Tagavi posted, and it shows two contrails, S-70 here in the lead with the Su-57 in trail. You can see it right there and right there. And in a moment, you'll see a missile come off of the trail aircraft. There it is. And kill. Good kill.
Yeah, boy.
And then he does an outmaneuver to not fly through the frag. Here's another angle of it. I believe that's post shot. Yeah, this is post shot with the wreckage falling to the ground. As you can see, it is very much dead. Look at that thing. Yeah, get out of the way. Oh, wow. Boom. Like they were right there, front row seats. And then here's what they recovered. Star means it's Russian. You can see it's composite there, primer colored. Oh, in the house. That's not good. I don't know if anybody was killed. Hope not. Very, very sad if somebody was killed. Hopefully not. So on this, the BBC has reported that it happened 12 miles from the front line. They thought it was originally a Ukrainian jet shooting it down, but turns out not. You can see here they're flying formation with the drone in testing. This is obviously kind of similar to like the Loyal Wingman or other advanced tech that they were doing. The theory is that it lost contact due to electronic warfare, EW. So whether it was jamming or the Ukrainians somehow hacked it or whatever, they lost contact. It was flying into Ukrainian territory, and they're like, let's shoot this thing down. It's got a 3,700 mile range, which is incredible, but it looks very similar to the X-47 Bravo, which is another stealth combat drone the U.S. has. It was designed to work with the Su-57. And then they found D-30 glide bombs in the crash site, and they could have been trying to test it for combat conditions. There's only 4 prototypes, and it's possible one was the most advanced of the 4, which is not good if that's the case. Obviously, it was a mission failure. So if you go to the Independent, what they say, embarrassment for Putin, whatever. There's not much better info, a little bit better picture here that the Ukrainians have recovered key parts of this. It's been in development since 2011. It could have been the actual first mission, which really sucks if that's the first mission. But anyway, so what's the takeaway from this? Well, in 2011, a U.S. drone, the RQ-170, wound up in Iran, and they recovered it. and used it to reverse engineer it and create their own drone, which has now been an issue in both Ukraine and the Middle East. It is not good when a drone goes rogue and ends up in enemy territory. So the answer is typically to shoot it down so that it is not recovered by enemy forces. The second attempt is to blow it up on the ground, which it sounds like they did, and ensure that nothing is recovered, because obviously it's sensitive, classified weapons tech that you don't want your enemies to get. So it makes perfect sense to me that it could have been because the Russians love to do this. The Russians have used the Su-57 in combat testing. They did it in Syria. They've done it in Ukraine. They put their weapon systems through combat testing in actual combat conditions because they're in combat, right? It's a perfect place to try it. So it makes sense to me that they were working as this two ship, to see how they would be detected working together, because they're both stealth, and how they would be integrated in the battlescape. And something from the test control went awry, whether it's they lost connection, it was hacked, or some other malfunction. They said, look, we got to end this test. Typically, though, I would think that the test itself would have they might have installed some kind of self-destruct, but maybe not. Maybe if they were sort of like, hey, we want this to be exactly how it would be in combat. We're not installing anything to kind of self-destruct it so that this situation doesn't happen. We'll just rely on the Su-57, which has air-to-air weapons, and shoot it down. And that's what they did. They had the Su-57 shoot it down, and that was that. And then they had it come around and try to launch an air-to-surface missile to blow up the wreckage. And looks like either they were late or it just didn't work. So apparently the Ukrainians have found tech from that and probably will reverse engineer it. And the U.S. will probably reverse engineer it, and probably other countries will probably get some stuff and reverse engineer, if there's anything even to reverse engineer. They may look at this thing and go, wow, they're so far behind, there's nothing we can get out of this. Or they may go, wow, they're doing this right. Because that's what it is with espionage. You're always trying to find out what the enemy knows and then exploit it so that we can find out its weaknesses, or find out the strengths and then employ it in our own assets as well. So very interesting. The ground footage played out exactly like the balloon shoot down from the F-22. Same thing. You see it at high altitude in the contrails. Missile goes off the rail, watches the kill, goes cold, because you don't want to fly through your own frag of what you just shot down. So looks like a successful kill. And Ivan now has a friendly drone to paint on the side of its canopy. Awesome. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I know you will, because there will probably be a lot of Russian and Ukrainians arguing in the comments. So good luck. It's a free-for-all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.